There is not a demand problem, just a production problem. Shares at the moment, like that kind of problem, up 10% for Tesla to $817 and change. Analyst who still believes the stock is going down to $250 a share over the next 12 months.
I just see Tesla as egregiously overvalued. An $800 billion valuation for a company that's going to do maybe 1.5 million units this year versus the world's largest automaker, Toyota, which sold something like 9 million units and has a $200 billion valuation. But there's nothing Tesla has that Toyota does not. And I think that there are multiple other avenues that people
I gotta say,
pursue.
I gotta say, yeah. Now, let me just be clear.
In this video, more reactions to Tesla's epic Q2 earnings, including from everybody's second favorite Tesla bear, maybe closet bull, Craig Irwin, who believes the company is worth a fraction of its current valuation and also claims, as you heard in the intro there, that Tesla has nothing that Toyota does not have. Even the host calling Craig out on his own BS. So let's get into it. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. Well, Tesla stock definitely pops, and Viagra managing to stay up all day, closing up 0.2% compared to the rest of the market, an absolute bloodbath. The Nasdaq 100 down almost 2%. Amazon stock also apologizing, this never happens, I swear this is the first time, down almost 2%. Apple stock down almost 1%. Google shriveling down almost 6%. Rivian stock limp as hell, down almost 5%. It appears Lucid stock was just in the pool, down over 8%. Nikola stock continuing to fall off a cliff. This one-day stock chart looks like something you could roll a truck down. A real truck, of course. And ARK's flagship ETF getting absolutely slaughtered, down over 5.5%. In context, Tesla stock had a stunning day. And now it's time to hear from stock analyst Craig Irwin. So before Craig Irwin opens his mouth and embarrasses himself, I've opened his tipranks.com profile, which will accomplish the same goal. Craig Irwin on Tesla stock going back all the way, believe it or not, till 2013. We're talking a decade covering this company. Initially, buy ratings, look at this. Buy Tesla at $37 per share, buy Tesla at $32 per share back in 2014, buy at $32, and on and on and on and on. Curiously, however, at some point, after some initial hold ratings, then a few buy ratings, when Tesla stock's going nowhere, and this guy's buying with every spare cent, kind of confused as to why Tesla stock's going nowhere, no coverage whatsoever, and then out of nowhere, out of the blue, maybe after a large bag of cash was dropped, I don't know what I'm talking about, forget I even said that. Suddenly continues or reinitiates coverage on Tesla stock, hold, quick buy, and then suddenly, after suggesting investors buy Tesla stock at $42 per share in mid-2019, suddenly transitions to a sell rating at 63. What? And then what? Why? What? What's going on here? The guy's saying buy Tesla stock back in 2013, around $36 or so a share. Still saying buy Tesla stock in the $48 range. Fast forward a little bit, quick buy at 42, and then suddenly sell at 70, sell at 63, sell at 116. And then after Tesla goes vertical, following his incredible call to sell Tesla stock just before its epic run, well done, Craig, he's now advising investors to hold the stock. This is a rather confusing one. I mean, you'd think if he was suggesting people buy Tesla stock back in the $30, $40+ range, almost as high as $50 back in 2014, why would he then half a decade later be suggesting people are merely holding Tesla stock in the $68 range, and then suddenly change his tune to no, sell Tesla stock at $63 per share? Of course, these sell ratings in 2019 clearly did not age well. Tesla stock more than a 10x since that point in time. And yes, Craig Irwin still sticking to his guns. $250 per share price target on Tesla stock. However, not a sell rating anymore. Craig clearly doesn't really believe in his research because he's got a $250 price target on Tesla stock, but he's not advising any investors to sell Tesla stock. No, just hold it. Even though I think it's going to collapse to $250 down about 70% from where it is today. This man is quite a head scratcher. And the thing that I said about the bag of cash, just nothing to do with anything here. It's just, I was hallucinating, okay?
There is not a demand problem, just a production problem. Shares at the moment, like that kind of problem, up 10% for Tesla to $817 and change. This after the EV giant's earnings report showed that while gross margins slipped 27.9%, second quarter revenue rose 42% year over year. And by the way, Musk also hinted that the second half of 2022 could break records. Joining me now on a Fox Business exclusive is the analyst who still believes the stock is going down to $250 a share over the next 12 months. Craig Irwin, managing director and senior research analyst at Roth Capital. Craig, true, overall production numbers fell due to the COVID-related shutdown of the Shanghai Gigafactory, but investors seem to adore the future prospects of the company now that China's reopened. Why don't you?
So, I think that Tesla is a great company. I believe EVs are the way of the future.
So far, so good. Reasonable points from Craig here.
I encourage everybody to at least test drive an EV if you're considering a new vehicle purchase, a Tesla or any one of the other several great vehicles on the market in your local markets.
Well, after a great start, Craig Irwin already going a little off the rails, he seemed to suggest there that there are several great electric vehicles other than Teslas available for consumers to purchase today. Can anyone let me know in the comments what those vehicles would be? Don't get me wrong, there are several electric vehicles available for consumers to buy globally. Far more than several. I'm just unaware of any that aren't, comparatively speaking, steaming piles of excrement versus a Tesla vehicle for performance, features, functionality, and overall value for money.
I just see Tesla as egregiously overvalued. An $800 billion valuation for a company that's going to do maybe 1.5 million units this year versus the world's largest automaker, Toyota, which sold something like 9 million units and has a $200 billion valuation. It's just a huge disconnect. They do deserve credit for really impeccable execution for pushing technology into the market, but there's nothing Tesla has that Toyota does not. And I think that there are multiple other avenues that people
I gotta say,
pursue.
I gotta say, now, let me just be clear.
Hello, 911. I'd like to report a murder. I mean, bro, Craig just got absolutely fucking barbecued. Anchor here doesn't even need to say a word. Look at the expression on her face. She can't hold back her laughter. Craig knows this statement is absolutely fucking absurd. The anchor knows this statement is absolutely fucking absurd. I mean, for fuck's sake, seriously. There is zero chance, and I mean zero chance, that Craig actually believes what he said. Again, the thing that I said about the bag of cash, don't think about that. But it does puzzle me. Craig Irwin can't be that dumb, surely. So the question is, why would he say something so absolutely absurd to the point where he's literally getting laughed in his face? Anchor loses her composure and laughs at him on air after he says something truly absurd. Why would he say something so ridiculous? At this point in time, Toyota is still publicly saying they're not sure whether or not consumers really want EVs, and they're pursuing multiple different propulsion systems, including full cells, hybrids, and all sorts of other shit. They're not all in on EVs. They don't have any compelling EVs on the market at all. They don't have any software capabilities at all. The inverse of what Craig said is actually true. Toyota has nothing of any value, of any importance that Tesla has. Let's watch that reaction again.
But there's nothing Tesla has that Toyota does not. And I think that there are multiple other avenues that people
I gotta say,
pursue.
I gotta say, now, let me just be clear that I've driven Lexuses. They're great. The Infinity SUVs are even better. But the cool factor is what Tesla has, that I've got to have it factor, plus all electric. So as I look at this, Craig, I look at the numbers. 4 years ago, Tesla was kind of puttering out about 5,000 cars a week. They say now that they're at 5,000 per day, plus the cool factor, plus the EV interest. How can you say that this is a $250 stock?
I'm just saying that I think that there are a lot of other opportunities that are vastly superior. And when you have a competitor at a fraction of the valuation with an order of magnitude more production and the same capabilities,
I just can't take this guy seriously. I don't think he takes himself seriously either. I mean, what? Having an order of magnitude more production of fossils, dinosaurs, ICE vehicles that consumers clearly no longer want to purchase? Irrelevant. And to suggest that Toyota has the same capabilities as Tesla? Clearly Craig is not in the same universe and or dimension as us. I can't for the life of me think of a single capability that Tesla has, Toyota has. Not one. Toyota isn't mass producing electric vehicles at scale. They're certainly not mass producing profitable electric vehicles at scale. They're certainly not mass producing profitable electric vehicles that consumers can't wait to get their hands on and are willing to wait 6, 9, 12 plus months to take delivery of. They certainly don't have any meaningful software capability or autonomous software. They certainly don't have the same capabilities in terms of manufacturing. They certainly aren't inventing their own materials or new alloys to produce gigantic castings in their vehicles. They certainly haven't developed their own battery cells. They certainly don't sell home batteries. They certainly don't sell solar. They certainly don't have any energy software products. They certainly aren't developing their own distributed utility / virtual power plant infrastructure. They certainly aren't able to sell every single product they've ever made without ever spending a cent on advertising. They certainly aren't in a position of such strength that they can increase the prices on their products up to 34% in the last 18 months and still have obscene wait times. I can't think of a single meaningful capability that Tesla has that Toyota also has. Not one. Craig cannot possibly believe what he's saying, right?
There's going to be a trade of valuation in the market. And that, for me, is very clear that Tesla's a fantastic company, but there are a lot of other very good EVs. You know, you may like a Tesla. I know a lot of my colleagues and clients and friends drive Teslas. You know, I drive an EV too.
Now, this is salacious. Craig Irwin has finally admitted he does drive an EV, but curiously, it's clearly not a Tesla. Hang on a minute. Hang on, it's breaking news. My producer's in my ear. Apparently, we have some footage of Craig driving his EV. Time for the big reveal.
But I think that there are fantastic EVs available.
Well, which ones? I mean, what do you drive? What do you drive? I actually drive a Model Y. I got it when it wasn't so expensive, which the prices now Elon is calling embarrassingly high, and he's worried about that. He wants to bring those prices down. He says maybe by the end of the year. But what do you drive, and what do you think are the better options here?
Now, before Craig answers, I just want to point out this will be fascinating, extremely insightful, because as we heard earlier, according to Craig, there's a number of great electric vehicles on the market, not just Teslas. So it'd be very interesting, insightful in fact, to see which is the stunning, brilliant electric vehicle that Craig has selected for his own personal vehicle. Over to you, Craig.
So I don't want to say the name of the car, but it is a German EV. You know, I do like American vehicles. A lot of the Mach-E drivers that I see at the charging stations love their vehicles. You know, Ford is obviously doing a great job as well.
Yeah.
I think that there are plenty of great options in the market, and you're seeing a lot of people get some real traction out there.
What a fucking coward. Craig talks some big game. There's tons of great EVs on the market, not just Teslas. Okay, Craig, so what do you drive? I'm not going to say the name, but when I'm charging up my vehicle, which I'm too much of a coward to tell you what it is, there's other people that pull up who drive other vehicles, and I'll name those vehicles, but not my vehicle, because I'm a gigantic pussy. And despite pointing out that there's many great EVs in the market that aren't a Tesla vehicle, and the fact that I drive one that isn't a Tesla, I'm unwilling to say what I'm driving. Why would that be, Craig? Is it possible that you know you will get roasted endlessly for driving a steaming pile of excrement if you reveal the actual model you are driving? And would that then make your entire thesis and your entire bearish view on Tesla unravel before our very eyes? I do hope one day Craig will be reunited with his testicles. At this point in time, clearly they're currently on an indefinite leave of absence.
And people should love their cars. Tesla has a great brand. They have great products. People that buy them love them. I just see the stock as overvalued, given that you have, you know, more than 500 EVs that are going to be on the road by 2025. Tesla, there's no question there's going to be share erosion. It should actually be quite dramatic over the next few years and accelerate. And that's not a point where you see value creation. You see value destruction as other people see value creation in their own success.
Well, I see you as kind of a BMW guy, but I don't know. I'm just guessing. I know you don't want to say. Let's bring up the Tesla Cybertruck, because on the conference call, Elon brought that up. He said that we could be seeing those drive into people's driveways. Finally, the delivery of this futuristic-looking truck by mid-2023. Now, Ford's F-150 Lightning demand is off the charts at the moment. Could this give Ford a run for its money on that? And by the way, we just saw the Chevy Blazer all-electric come out from General Motors.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of really cool electric trucks coming. I mean, these cars are going to be insanely fast, have tremendous torque for towing. Incredible technology in them where you can do things like charge your power tools or operate your consumer service stations, whatever your business is. Tesla's going to offer that. Other people can do the same thing. I mean, Rivian's got a cool car.
Okay.
I think the diversity of options out there is fantastic. It's only going to grow. And it's not to Tesla's benefit. Tesla's the market leader. They created this market. They deserve tremendous credit for that. But I think the consumers want more than one choice.
They do.
And I think that, we need to be careful, and there will be better options for investment over the next few years.
Well, I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. Hyundai is coming up fast, and while there's a big gap between Tesla sales and Hyundai, they're all coming. And I will say this about my Model Y: I'm over the moon about it. It's not the greatest ride. It's very bumpy. Oh, my
There's
neck.
issues with every vehicle. The one that I bought, I went in actually making fun of the sales guy because of known issues. He handed me the keys. It was a roller coaster. So I had to buy one.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to read into the tea leaves too much here, but Craig did just say, I had to buy one, referring to an electric vehicle. Obviously, nothing to do with that being part of the bag of cash that never... What? Was Craig suggesting he had to buy an EV because they're so compelling, but a non-Tesla EV, which kind of maybe rules that one out? Because there really aren't any other compelling EVs available yet. Surely he doesn't have an Audi e-tron, right? That would be a true embarrassment. Anyway, I'm going to let that one slide. What else you got for us, Craig?
I get it.
EVs are fun. People should test drive them.
Well, Elon's fun. He's dancing here. Remember that? He's recently gone shirtless. He's recently gone shirtless. It's always interesting to watch him. And the stock is at 817. Craig, you say 250 within the next 12 months. Please come back. Thank you so much.
So a quick recap. According to Craig No Nuts Irwin, Tesla stock is worth a mere $250 per share. Yet, despite that, he doesn't recommend investors sell Tesla stock, even though it's currently trading over $800 per share. So the guy thinks the stock's going to crash 70%, but he's unwilling to actually make any recommendations based on that. Further evidence that Craig has no testicles, or at least they're currently on a permanent vacation. The guy's unwilling to share the great EV he's currently driving that's not a Tesla. And Elon Musk has Liz moaning out loud thinking about him shirtless, or that was just a well-timed coincidence. I think there's a lesson somewhere in here about courage, conviction, and credibility. If, as a stock analyst, you have a $250 price target on a stock that's currently over $800 per share, yet you don't have enough confidence and conviction, courage, in fact, to actually make a recommendation to investors to act on your price target, instead recommending they hold when it's about triple and then some from your price target, and if when pressed to share the compelling electric vehicle you personally drive after suggesting there's a lot of great EVs that aren't made by Tesla, and then squirming your way out of answering directly because you're a gigantic fucking pussy, and if there's some strange anomalies in your recommendations on Tesla stock since 2013, at points recommending investors buy the stock, yet half a decade later, after surviving production hell, winning every award ever for your vehicles, and absolutely dominating, you then suddenly change your mind to hold now, or no, sell, and then Tesla stock does a 10x or more. Your opinion, if it is in fact your opinion, carries absolutely no weight. In fact, the only thing it's good for is to provide some light-hearted fodder and entertainment for some twat on YouTube to roast you. I find it impossible, and I mean impossible, to imagine that Craig actually believes what he's saying. I don't think he's that dumb. After all, the example of the cowardice, the fact that he won't even talk about the EV he owns, seems to suggest to me there's a little bit more than meets the eye. Of course, I'm not going to make any accusations or allegations, but I'm going to leave you guys and girls to ponder the question. Why is it that Craig says what he says? And with that, I'm out of here. Lastly, don't forget, join Patreon with the card in the corner or the link at the pinned comment. Loads of exclusive content, including up-to-date access to my Tesla stock price targets, well over 100 exclusive Q&A videos, and loads of other content and perks. See you over on Patreon. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Yes, Craig, even you and your empty scrotum. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel, and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.